texting, emailing, and any transmissions in general of protected health information. I've personally conducted upwards of 1,000 risk analysis for covered entities and business associates throughout the country, from all shapes and sizes, all the way from great big hospitals down to very small little apps being developed for an iPhone, small businesses, big businesses, small practices, insurance plans, you name it. So I've seen just about every possible way health records can be accessed, transmitted, or stored. So there's not much I haven't seen, and I always bring that experience to any webinar I do. And also, I've worked for the federal government as a contracted auditor, and in basically seeing things also from the side, the perspective of the government, what they're actually looking for as it relates to a risk assessment, so to speak, or an audit, a real-life audit. What are they actually looking for? And I've also worked with trial attorneys in multiple litigated cases where HIPAA is being used as the foundation of a state case of negligence, which is honestly the biggest risk these days. It's not Uncle Sam, it's the trial attorneys. And I get calls constantly from groups because they're being, from attorneys rather, either they're being sued or they're trying to sue under some state law of negligence using the HIPAA violation as the foundation of the state case. And that's becoming a big, big problem. And we'll touch on that a little bit as we move through here. So without further ado, let's get started because we've got a lot of slides to cover. And I'll try to wrap this up a little bit before the hour-and-a-half mark so you guys can have some time for question and answers. So if you think of HIPAA, just a real quick introduction, and we're going to jump into the meat of this, which is, of course, transmissions of protected health information, texting, emailing, personal devices. So in the old days, we were basically, if you think about it, like this little kangaroo, we were being left alone because HIPAA, back in the old days, really wasn't being enforced. I mean, how often did you hear of a group being proactively audited or fined or sued because of a HIPAA violation? Very, very rarely. Unfortunately, times have changed, and a little bit of help of Photoshop, we being the kangaroo and the federal government and the trial attorneys being the shark. And I jest with the pictures, but in all sincerity, the law is being enforced now. It is not anything that we can sweep under the rug anymore where we did in the past because nothing was really happening. So it creates a false sense of security, if you will. And a lot of folks just had other pressing issues that were a lot more demanding than worrying about HIPAA compliance or going through the process of actually proving we're in compliance, I should say.